Hi, I'm Ambry and this is Ambry's Corner, and welcome back to my channel. If you're a new viewer, watcher, subscriber, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, watcher, subscriber, welcome. Hi guys, I am back today with another video. Today's video is a story time. Yes, it's been a minute since the last, well, not hasn't been that long since the last time I think I filmed like last weekend I think. So yeah, it's about around the time I would probably get ready to start filming. Anyway, so let's get into it. So this story time takes place when I was in my GD school, when I was in my GD classes. So this would be about the middle. I don't think I had taken the test yet, or maybe I had. I'm trying to remember. Have I taken the test yet at this point? Nope, I hadn't taken the test at this point, but I was about to take one, probably towards the end of this time. So yeah, I was getting ready to take a test, but I hadn't taken one yet. I hadn't taken one that passed it yet. So this will be about this time, and probably towards the middle of the time I was there. So yeah, and I was there for a minute, y'all. I'm not gonna tell y'all how long I was in my classes, but I was there for a minute. So this would have been about that time. A little bit about my classes, if y'all know the background. So I did drop out of high school and go get my GED when I was like, wait, 18, yeah, and I graduated. And I graduated with my best friend, one of my best friends. He did a video recently, so if you haven't seen that, go look at that. Go look that up. It's under the Underdog series, a series I got out now, and it's been out. All right, so yeah, so this was about the time. So this was before I met him. So before this point, let me tell y'all something. Before this point, I had never done drugs. Never. I don't do drugs, but you know, smoke weed. I had never smoked weed. I had never smoked weed in my life. I think it was after this point I had finally decided to try it. Now, I had always been curious about it because my best friend is an avid smoker. She smokes, and she smokes faithfully. Now, not as much anymore because she don't really have time no more because she got a child now and for other reasons. And she wanted me to try it so bad. She wanted me. She said, "You just need to come and smoke with me one time. I swear you'll like it." And I did. I wasn't that fun of it. And that video is on my channel too. It's down a little way, so you might have to scroll a little bit, but it's down there. It's on my channel. And so this was a little while after this point. So like I said, this point I had never smoked weed before. I had never even seen it. I had only smelled it, and sometimes I didn't know I was smelling when I smelled it, but yeah. And so in my classes, I knew there was like a little rumor going around in my classes that, you know, there were some students in my classes there were some students on the campus that were selling drugs, and they were selling them by the bathrooms, where the bathroom were, which was funny enough because the bathrooms had cameras. So I guess they were going, well, outside the bathrooms had cameras, so I guess they were going inside the bathrooms to sell it. So that was going around, and the teachers was warning us, you know, like, you know, y'all, we know who it is. Like, they were just telling us, like, we know who it is, and when the person's caught, they will be escorted off the premises, you know, with a police escort. So if this is you, I would suggest you stop now, or whatever. You know, she just wanted us to what's going on and stuff like that. And she was like, basically, you know, if it ain't you, stay away from it. Don't have nothing to do with it, just like that. And so that was going around. And so I know it was some people in class that you just know that they smoke. You just knew it. And and for these people, they didn't keep it no secret. Like, it was not no secret. There was people in my classes that smoked, and that was no secret. And a lot of people had admitted it. At this point, I hadn't smoked yet, but I knew people in the classes that smoked. And so there was this particular girl. She was white, and you know, like, she was just like a down girl. She's like real chill, real cool, you know, whatever. And like, you know, she hung around that crowd that kind of made it known they smoked. For whatever reason, I don't know why they wanted to make that known, especially in class, but they made it known that they smoke, at least to each other. They made it known. And so she hung around that group. And so, you know, we had classes together, so I would often hear conversations of them talking about how they smoke, how she smoked, and, you know, how she planned to, you know, light up after school, you know, split up after school day. How sometimes she would do it in the morning. Sometimes she smoked all weekend on her weekends or days that she had off. She made it known that she was cool and she liked to smoke, and that was what she did. And so up until this point, I knew that she smoked, but I had never known her to bring it to school. And I guess a lot of people, they bring it to school, especially if they plan to smoke afterwards. If I was gonna bring it, I wouldn't have brought it inside the school building. But I guess it's better to be on your person than to be whatever. Anyway, so let me just hop into where this story starts. So one day we're in class. Like I said, I already knew that she smoked. So one day we in class, and the way our classes are set up is that in the morning, we have our first set class, our first class, and that's usually like it depends. It could be math, reading. In the mornings we did reading, language arts, social studies, all that stuff, and then in the afternoon we do math and science and stuff like that. So yeah. So in the morning we had our morning classes, and the way our classes were set up was that you have regular GED classes, which was the students that were getting ready to graduate, and you had pre-GED classes, which was the students that was not quite ready for graduation yet. They not quite ready to take tests and stuff like that. So the people in GED were taking tests, trying to get out of there. The people in pre-GED was preparing to take tests and get out of there. So that was us. That's the class I was in. I was in pre-GED, and so was this girl, and so was a good bit of students that smoked. They was in this class too. Our morning classes. So we have our morning classes, and our morning classes would go from like 9 to about our break was at 12. So we'll work from 9 to 12, and we'll have like a 15-minute break, and so we'll go on break for 15 minutes. So we'll at 12 o'clock on that we get sent off to go to break at 12 o'clock, and so we were out by 15 minutes. So let's just say for video's sake that we went to break at 12 o'clock. So we went to break at 12, and we would come back at 12:15. So we had a break room, and the break room was where most people gathered. Now if you know anything about me in my past videos, you know that I talked about I had like a little group of friends that I had grown really close to towards the end of my time now. At this point, some of those people was here, but not all of them had arrived yet, and we hadn't clicked yet. So yeah. So I had a friend in class, and I used to sit with her every day, and we used to be together all the time, and we would go to like the break room, get snacks, and then come back. So at this time I wasn't sitting in the break room during break. I would stay in class, or I would just run to the break room, get snacks, and come back and eat in class, because we could eat in class. And so that's what I usually did. So I would just usually take my wallet, run down real quick, get me something I wanted, get me something to drink, and come back and just eat my snacks in class. And that's what me and my friend did. And so my friend had a boyfriend that went to the school, that went to the actual technical college. He attended classes there. And sometimes, like, depending on like what time it was, he'd probably be out of class, or if he was lingering around waiting for another class to start, he'd be there. So like he would come and sit with her. He'd text her like, oh, I'm out, I'll wait for you. So like this. So sometimes she would go sit with him. Well, this particular day, she was in there for a minute, and then he like texted her or something like that and told her that he was out, and told her to meet her at the front. Told her to meet him at the front, like. And so me and her walked out together, and I went to the break room and I got me some snacks. On my way back, I see her, and we walk back together, and we go back to class, and we sit down and we eat our snacks. So so I finish up, about the time I finish up my snacks, it's about 12:15. So it's about like 5 minutes, maybe 5 or 4 minutes before it's time for class. So people are slowly starting to fall back into class and come back in and sit down and get ready for the remainder of the day. So I'm sitting in class, and I'm at the front, and we don't have like desks in these classes, because we're not students, we're grown people. We have like tables, long tables. Y'all know like the brown roll tables that they used to have in school, like the arts and crafts table they used to have. I don't know if y'all had those, but it's like a long brown table, and we had chairs, and that's what we sat at, and that's what we did our work. We didn't have desks or anything like that. And they would be like in rows. So we had like a table here, 2 tables here, 2 tables there. It be like it was like 4 or 5 tables like lined up going back, and they all had chairs, and all the chairs. The front row was always like my designated spot. That's where I sit. That's where I always were. And so this particular day, the girl that I'm talking about in particular, she was sitting directly behind me. Directly behind me. Like literally directly behind me. So I could turn and see her. So like I said, people are following the class, people coming in one by one. And so this girl, it's not, I think it's like 4 or 5 minutes before class starts, and this girl comes in, and me and my friend are sitting here, we're just talking, you know, whatever, and we just, you know, chit-chatting much. I'm on my phone a little bit, show her phone a little bit, you know, not doing it that much. And this girl comes and she sits down, and I guess I'm assuming that she left her bag inside the classroom. Now let me remind you, when I left, I don't remember correctly if there was anybody in the classroom we left out. I'm not sure, but I think like maybe it was a couple people in the class. I don't remember. I don't remember for real. But I just know that, you know, me and her were the main 2 in there, because we didn't go to the break room. And so she comes in and she sits down, and so me and my friend talking or whatever, and I guess her friend back there talking, and she like rambling through her bag or whatever. I'm not really paying her any attention at that moment, but I just, you know, I kind of hear her rambling through her bag. I'm guessing she's looking for something and she'll find it. And so me and my friend, we keep talking or whatever, and we just chit-chatting along, like nothing's going on. And then I hear, where my weed at? And so I don't say that, I don't react, because like I said, there was rumors going around. There was things were going around, people going around saying that there was people selling drugs outside the bathroom. So that wasn't really a surprise for me to hear her say, like, and I knew that she smoked. So she was like, where my weed at? Like I had a rolled joint in my bag, in my wallet, and now it's gone. Where my weed at? Like that. It's missing like that. And her friend, like, did you drop it? She said, no, my bag's been in here the whole time. I haven't moved it. I haven't even opened my wallet up today. And so I guess she's like freaking out that it's missing. Why would you bring it to school anyway, idiot? That would have been my first question too. Like, why would you bring that to school anyway? Not to mention you hang out with a whole bunch of people that claim to smoke. Did you really think that was the safest place to bring? This was the safest place to bring it to? Anyway. So like she checking her bag. She checked her bag real good, and so I'm not really paying her any attention at this point. I'm kind of still talking to my friend. I heard her say that, but I'm not really paying her any attention. And then I hear her friend say I hear her say hey, y'all with the two in here, did y'all see anybody go in my bag? Did y'all go in my bag or anything like that? I said, no, why would we wouldn't need to go in your bag. Like, I would think like we wouldn't need to go in, but I said, no, I had somebody in your bag, and we haven't been near it. We left the room for a little while, go to the break room, and then we came back, and we've been sitting here talking the whole time, just like that. And she was like, cause I had some weed in here. I had something in my bag, and it's missing. And no, I just want to know, had y'all seen anybody in my bag, or maybe one of y'all been in my bag? I said no. I said, if you curious, I said if you that worried, you know, you can check my bag. I even opened my bag up so to show her, you know, like, no sis, I ain't been in your bag. I'll pull all this stuff out. Around this time, I had like a little Aeropostale bag. I remember it was like a little Aeropostale bag, and it was like plaid, kind of like this, but it was like red, white, and blue or whatever, and I had like the matching wallet. And I was carrying this bag around that time, and I opened my bag up, and it didn't like zipping it like that. It just like a stand open bag. Like it was like a beach bag or something like that. And I just opened the bag and I showed it. I said, you can look in my bag if you like. I haven't been near your items or nowhere near your stuff today. I said, so no, I haven't been in your bag. And she's like, oh, okay. Are you sure you want to my bag? Are you sure? She said, no, I'm good. She kind of got a little loud with me. You know what I mean? She's like, no, I'm good. Like, she had got irritated that I was even suggesting that she check my bag. After she was like technically trying to accuse me. She didn't say, come out and say, did you steal my weed like that? She was just like, have you seen, or have you or anybody been around my bag since break started? And I was like, no. That's what she said, but the way she acted was like she was implying that one of us stole her weed or something like that, and we don't smoke. And so I said, you can welcome to check my bag if you like. I haven't taken your weed, and I've been in the classroom the whole time. So no, I haven't. And she said, no, it's alright, it's alright, it's alright. She said, just forget about it. And she go back to her seat. And I could tell that she irritated and that she mad with us. So after that point, like, you know, she kind of like let it go and she cool off whatever. And I guess she kind of get over it because, well, it's gone. And so then everybody started falling back in the class or whatever. And that was it. After that point, the girl wasn't in there much longer. Like, she was maybe in there another month, and then like a big blowout happened between her and the teacher, and she stormed out the classroom yelling, acting crazy for no reason, and she didn't come back. If I were her back then, I probably would look at like some people I hung around, especially some of those boys, like some of those boys, like, you know, they might, it seems like something they would have done, especially if they wanted they wanted a blunt or whatever, and they want to smoke. That seems like something they would have probably done. So instead of coming to me, and even back then, I kind of had to laugh about it a little bit because I hadn't even smoking yet. Like I said, it was this was like months before I even had my first smoke, before I even had my first puff of a blunt. Like, for real, this was months before. So like, for her to come and ask me, like, did I have it, did I take it, or anything like that, it was kind of like laughable because that's not even me. That's not me. I don't steal, and I don't need to steal. First of all, I don't need to do that. It was kind of fun. I even told my best friend about it, and she laughed. She said, for real? She said, somebody accused you of stealing weed? I said, yes. And y'all wouldn't believe, like, how many people think that I smoke. Like, they just, like, look at me and assume that I smoke. No, I don't. I don't smoke. Don't ask me. I don't smoke. That was the story about time I got accused of stealing some weed. If I were her, I would have really looked around at some of, like, the other classmates, because I think I would be the last person to want to steal something like that, and you're not supposed to have that at. So why would you have that at school anyway? That's my biggest question. Why would you bring something like that to school anyway? Did you really think that was the smartest thing to do? Bring that kind of thing to school after you've been forewarned multiple times, you know, y'all be careful. They checking. They'll bring the dogs in real quick to sniff out the rat, because it was somebody in our classroom that was selling. It was just like a lot of reasons why that probably wasn't a good idea for her to bring it to school. You know what I mean? Outside the fact that, you know, the boy, it was a whole bunch of people in there that claimed to have smoked and liked it. And the teacher was forewarning everybody. That's it for this story time. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe, tell me what you want to hear. Now we'll do my very best to make that happen for you, and I will see you next week. Bye.